What is up, everybody? It's 03 Canadian F5 here with my newest series of videos that I'm hoping to get up and running, and that is famous car drift builds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a stock vehicle, kind of like this 1970 Camaro, and we're going to build it into a famous real-world car. So obviously what we're doing with this 70 Camaro is we are going to be turning it into the F-Bomb. For those of you who don't know what the F-Bomb is, it's a powder-coated army green Camaro owned by David Friedburger. David Friedburger is the the editor-in-chief of Hot Rod magazine, and the engine in this car has 1,540 horsepower. It's a twin-turbo V8 built by NRE, Nelson Racing Engines, or Nelson Racing Engineering. Somebody can correct me. So the goal of this is going to be to stay as true to the real car as humanly possible, or virtually possible. That's still up for debate. So let's go upgrade the this stock Z28. So, as I mentioned, the stock car, or the F-Bomb, has 1,500 horsepower. Knowing Forza, I'm going to have a hard time getting this vehicle above 1,000 horsepower, but we'll try and hit it anyway. So I'm going to go straight and do an engine swap. We are going for the ZR1 engine, the supercharged LS9. I do own the LS3. I have built other cars out of this car before, so this is one of my various setups for this vehicle. Car has to be twin turbo, and we'll just slap on all the engine upgrades and see how much horsepower we can squeeze out of this thing. Oh, we're gonna be close. Well, we're not getting any closer than that. So, the next step, we're going to look here at different aero parts, hoods. Yeah, though. Actually, I think the stock hood will be the best match for the F-Bomb. Now that I think about it, it has the stock Camaro hood on it. So, back out of there. Okay, let's try and find a match for the wheels on the F-Bomb. I'm going to go to Weld Racing. I think that Weld has a set of wheels that are almost identical. Well, these are pretty close. If you look up in the right hand corner there's a picture of the F-Bomb. You'll see that these wheels are relatively close to that look. The next step is to try and paint them black. Here's a close-up of the wheels on the F-Bomb. So these are pretty close. The spokes are very similar. I think there's a lot more meat to the lip, though, on the wheels that I chose. But I won't be too much of a stickler. Let's go paint these things. Yeah, so we can't paint these wheels because they're chrome. I'm just going to speed this part of the video up here as I go to look for a set of rims that match. Just because it takes a little while just watching me flip through wheels. Borbit, no. Brabus. Krager does make the classics, which are very similar. They have that 5-spoke look. It's not identical. So we settled with the fixie wheels here, the Profile 5s. So what I'm going to do is slap a quick coat of green paint on the car. Unfortunately, in Forza 4 they don't have matte paint. Hopefully it's something we'll see in Forza 5. We see it in Forza Horizon, but as far as building drift cars, I find that Forza 4 is much better for this, because you can actually tune the vehicle. So slap some black paint on the spoiler. And now let's upgrade all the things. So yeah, here, this is a quick shot. I want to show you guys again. I took the Fixie Profile 5s. I found that they definitely do look the closest to the actual wheel out of all the wheels here that I've gone through. Zoom in for you, and here's a comparison picture. Not identical, but very, very, very similar, and it's close enough for us. Unfortunately, I can't get a spoiler like that. A rear wing. Well, that's a spoiler. But we will need some sort of front air dam. But if you look in here, you'll see that the bigger air dam removes the bumper, and then the front bumper delete just makes it look like a fish. So no black bumpers. We're going to be running chrome. So we'll upgrade all the parts. Upgrade all the parts. Driveline. Most important part to a drift build is definitely the differential. Tires, tire compound. Usually I would go with a street tire compound. But usually that's in a vehicle that I never really take above 550, 600 horsepower, because we're pushing such a high horsepower number with this car. We're going to go with the sport tire compound, a little more grip. People are probably going to say, oh, why do you take such a grippy tire? The reason is, although yes, you're sliding sideways, you still want to be able to maintain your forward momentum, and you want to have control over the vehicle. Upgrade the width, full width on the rear tires. I'm sure with 976 horsepower, I think it was, we'll have no issue getting these to break loose. So this is where we're sitting right here. The car's the right color, it's got the right wheels on it, couldn't get black bumpers, and we're about 540 some horsepower short of our real world mark. There's the black spoiler. The next step will be to finish off the paint. So that's going to include the F-Bomb logo, the explosions and the writing. So I'm going to speed up this next part of the video, and I'll get back to talking your ear off in a couple of minutes. she is, all nice and painted. The green, got the green as close as I could to the original. Like I mentioned, it's not a flat look like the powder coat on the real vehicle is. Got the black rear end here under the bumper. Unfortunately, could not get a black bumper in the game. Got the black on the hood. Now the F-Bomb logo that you see here, the bomb itself took me the better part of an hour to create. So when I got to the font, I just used standard Forza font. That I wasn't gonna spend the time to create custom font for this. I didn't want it to take me 3 hours. There's some people out in the community that are very well-known painters, and that would probably do a better job than what I have done here. But for my purposes and for yours, it should be close enough, good enough, right? I don't claim to be the best painter on Forza. I just I put my effort into it. I am meticulous enough that I have a certain standard of work that I try to meet every time for self-satisfaction, and I think I'm pretty satisfied with the way this car has turned out. Now the paint job will be uploaded to my storefront so that you guys can buy it. It's 10,000 credits. Your credits are what are going to help support these videos. I have a limited amount of credits, and obviously I can't go buy every game or every car in the game. I don't even have much of the DLC for this game, especially with Forza 5 coming out. The next part of this video will be actually physically tuning the car and taking it for shakedown runs, most likely on Suzuka, just to get a feel for it. That tune file, when it's completed, will be uploaded to my storefront. You can find my storefront by searching for the keyword CanuckCustoms. Here it is in an annotation. And I'd like to thank everybody for staying with me through the video. And well, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.